joins us tonight. Professor, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
So how is it white supremacy, that ban?
Well, it's basically the continuation of Trump's rhetoric, but it comes from the whole history of sort of white supremacist immigration law that we've had actually since the founding of this country. You had to be white in order to be naturalized from 1790 until 1952. And so that was the law for the vast majority of the history of this country. And what Trump is trying to do is go back to that with many laws, and especially with this Muslim ban.
What year were you born?
What does that matter?
It matters because I bet you probably weren't born too much before 1965. And since then, we've had about 90% of all immigrants into this country have been non-white. Now, that may be a lot of things. That's not white supremacy. So that's over 50 years of 90% of the immigrants are non-white. It's not white supremacy. Sure. It's like anything but that, right?
It's definitely true. I'm not saying that what Trump is trying to stop that, right? What Trump is trying to do is to stop the brownification of America. That's what he ran on. He ran on sort of the anxiety of many white Americans that this country is becoming more diverse.
Okay, so before you make generalizations based on race, which is, you know, is itself racist, let me just ask you what percentage white, so it's a little less than 10% white now, okay? Our immigration breakdown. What percentage would Trump like to get it to achieve this white supremacy that you're barking about? Please be specific.
That's not the point.
You seem to know a lot
That's not the point.
Oh, it is very much the point. No, it's very much the point. You just accused him of white supremacy. You just accused him of white. No, well, slow down. You accused him of white supremacy. So why don't you be specific and explain to me what that would look like? What percentage white is he trying to get our immigration numbers to?
He told us what it would look like when he was in the Oval Office, and he called black countries S-hole countries, and why can't we get more people from Norway? He told us exactly what he was envisioning, right? When he wants to stop, when he wants to.
No, you are a demagogue who is not actually. No, he didn't. He said specifically two specific countries, not all black countries. But I'm just asking.
I didn't say all black countries.
Like,
I didn't say all black countries. I said the countries that he called. Yeah, the countries that he called S-hole countries were black countries. And then he said, "Why can't we have more people from Norway?" We don't need him to be explicit, right? It's clear how he's talking.
So how would he?
It's clear when he tells us that Islam hates us, and when he tells us that he wants to ban all Muslims, just because he writes an executive order that seems facially neutral doesn't mean that he's not actually exercising that intent.
Wait, okay, so Islam is a race now. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not
white supremacy. What are you saying? I mean, I don't actually even understand what you're saying. If this is a white supremacist country with a white supremacist leadership, why are Africans moving here in huge numbers? Why don't you answer that question?
The KKK, well, the KKK was white supremacist, but they told us they hated Catholics and Jews, right? White supremacy takes on many roles. And yes, Africans and other people come here and contribute greatly. But what we have now,
I wouldn't deny that. Wait, hold on, just answer. Answer one question before you make another stupid generalization. Specific question.
Sure, go ahead.
If this is a white supremacist country with a white supremacist leader, a white supremacist Supreme Court,
I didn't say it says a white supremacist country.
We have a white supremacist as a president, and you said it's a white supremacist Supreme Court.
Yes.
Okay. Why
no, I didn't say we have a white supremacist Supreme Court.
Want to move? The decision was moved, animated by white supremacy. You said. Why would Africans want to move to a country run by a white supremacist?
Okay. Look, this country still
Islam is not a race.
Has a lot to offer.
Do you guys take English? Okay.
No.
But why would they want to move here if it's a white supremacist government? Honestly, like, are they insane?
No, this country, despite the policies of Trump, this country is still a great country to move to. But Trump is trying to reverse that. Trump is trying to say we have too many people here. He's blaming non-whites for the problems of poor white Americans, and that's how he won, right? And we know that he played on these things. He told us he played on these things. He told us he played on these things. I mean, you're giving him more credit than he deserves. You're trying to put words into his mouth that he didn't say.
What I'm asking you is someone who is making
No. I'm only talking about Trump.
I'm going to give you one more chance. It's so frustrating to talk to someone as dumb as you, but let me just try to pinpoint what you're saying.
Well, you're purposely... Listen, Tucker, I know that you agree with Trump's white supremacist policies. I know that you want this country to...
Stop. They're actually going crazy. You want to have like a reasonable conversation, and you can't. White supremacy. It's too frustrating. Up next, a pair of transgender athletes just